If I wanted to control an entire population of people, the first thing that I would do is set up systems. I would set up systems that are illusions and make people think that they're working towards something, they're doing something positive, they're helping themselves or helping the collective in a way, when said system is actually an infinity loop of suffering. While we have so many of these systems in America, the one I'm going to be talking about today is the healthcare system. The healthcare system and big. A little bit of background on me. I have always wanted to help people. I've always been interested in medicine. I was going to school for nursing. Something happened. I had to drop out and take a gap year. And while I was in my gap year, I was working at the hospital to be able to pay for school. I was working at one of the better hospitals in the area, by the way, and I was on a neuro unit. First of all, I need you guys to understand how sick these people were, okay? We were getting everybody, so it was a step down unit, which means that if it's not critical, they get sent to us. So anyone who had just been in the ICU, or anybody who just was like neuro and sick, or anyone who was confused, anyone who was like had dementia, anyone who was aggressive would just get sent to us. So it was a really bad place to work. I'm not kidding when I say I got my ass beat regularly. Like a 60-year-old woman handed it to me. I'm not kidding. I have taken care of so many patients with dementia, Alzheimer's, and strokes. And what I have seen is genuinely horrific. Most of these people are bedbound for life because they're either paralyzed on the left side, paralyzed completely, they've had a stroke, they can't move at all. They went from being able to do everything you and I can do to not being able to do anything for themselves. And when they get sent from the ICU, they're given meds to be able to poop because when your body is in so much stress, your digestive system just like that's the last thing on its mind, right? So these patients get sent to us from the ICU and then they're flooded with medications to be able to poop and pee because they haven't been able to. None of these people's systems are working properly for themselves. They're on at least 10 different medications for basic human function, like blood pressure, being able to breathe, being able to digest sugar, being able to eat without getting nauseous, being able to poop. Literally, the list goes on and on and on. These are extremely sick people. Now that we're done looking at the patients, let's look at the staff, okay? These nurses work 36 hours a week, 12-hour shifts. And like I said, this was a better hospital where we were decently staffed. I know one of my friends who does nursing who they get 6 patients a day. That's a lot of fucking people to be taken care of. Now, I want you to keep in mind the kind of patients they're taking care of, which are people who need total care. So every 4 hours, they have to go into the room, they have to change them, they have to give them their meds, they have to do that at least 3 times a day for 6 of your patients. And like I said, most of them are pooping more than that. Most of them need to be turned more than that because they're so freaking sick. So I was working as a care partner, so I would help the nurse and I would have 20 patients at a time. And when I tell you, I was elbow deep in shit every single day. And it's like I genuinely had no problem helping people and taking care of them and wiping their ass. Like, that's not what it's about. But the burnout that you feel, and on top of that, the emotional fatigue. I want you guys to imagine and think about like what it's like to be taking care of someone with dementia, especially if they're trying to hit you, they're trying to hurt you, and you're trying to be nice to them still, keep yourself regulated. You have one patient who's literally running out of their room into the next patient's room. You're trying to go get them, bring them back to bed. They're trying to hit you. You need to go get help for that. Your other patient just pooped themselves for the fourth time that day, and you have to go clean that up. The time that you get done, another patient now needs to be turned, cleaned up, and fed. Now you might have an idea of why healthcare workers are so tired and so burnt out. And the result of this is people who have to numb themselves like they will have to emotionally numb themselves so they can just do their job. Like almost all the nurses I worked with, like everyone's just exhausted. Like they're so tired and they don't like their job. They don't like their life. They all want to go to school to be an NP or they want to leave to go do something different with their nursing degree because nobody wants to do bedside that long because it's that exhausting. So this led me to be like, why am I going to be paying money and getting myself in debt to go have this life? I don't want to do this. Like I don't want, and it's not even like just like, oh, I didn't want to do it because it sucks for me. It's like I didn't want to do it because I don't want to be taking care of people who are I can't help, who I genuinely cannot help ever get better. I can only ever make their life as comfortable as possible. But let's be so honest. How can you ever be comfortable like that again? And that's what made me decide to not go back to school and to go study naturopathy instead, because I was like, I want to help people before they get to this point. And that is not even touching the surface of like the other aspects that come into going to the hospital, like how their families have to now pay for them to be in a SNF for the rest of their life, and they're only 30 years old. 30-year-olds with strokes who are literally never going to get better because their doctors are telling them they're never going to get better. So they just rot in a nursing home for the rest of their life. I've had 30-year-old stroke patients. Like, that's fucking crazy. That's not even to say like the financial burden that comes with this, not even just for the patient, but for the family. There's thousands of extra dollars a month, as if it's not hard enough to just have their family member taken care of. Now, let's go into the place that they're actually staying. The nursing home. If you thought the hospital was bad, oh my fucking God. Long-term care is literally so bad. If you thought that the short staff and the burnout was bad in the hospital, it gets 10 times worse at long-term care. These poor fucking people, dude. Like, it genuinely breaks my heart. No human should have to live like this. And it's not even the nurse's fault, who are burnt out and tired and can't get to their patient and, like, runs out of the emotional ability to still be super sweet and nice and is like mean to them. It's not about the patient who is sick. It's about the system in place that has gotten both of them here. And now we're going to move on to that. This is the last system that you go through until you die. So I want to talk about the systems in place that get you there and how you need to become aware of them so you don't end up like my patients, because I don't want that for anybody, literally anybody. And I literally cannot come on here and not, like, I literally didn't want to post this video, but like God literally was like, you need to post this because this is ridiculous. Like, it's crazy that no one fucking says anything about it and nobody's doing anything about it. Now we're going to go into the food industry. And this is specifically a problem in America because there are other countries who literally look at the ingredients in our food and are like, what the fuck? That's banned. Like, why would we ever allow that to be in food? And in America, it's perfectly fine. But the FDA won't approve herbal supplements that come from the earth. The food and water that you're eating is quite literally poison. And I'm not being dramatic, I'm not being extra, I'm being honest. If it has more ingredients than what you can name and what you can understand and read, it is poisonous to you. And I don't even know, I'm trying to find the words to express like how bad the shit in our food is. And so many people are like, well, we've been eating it forever, like, and we're fine. No, you're not. You're literally not fine, because as you're getting older, you're ending up like the people in the hospital who are literally now bedbound for life and have someone to wipe their shit every single day. You're not fine. The water that you're drinking is so impure and it has fluoride in it. And people are like, oh, fluoride's good for you. Fluoride is not fucking good for you. It literally has been scientifically proven to calcify your pineal gland, which is your third eye, which is a chakra that pertains to consciousness and spiritual awareness. Is it a coincidence? No, it's not. It's all extremely calculated and extremely thought out. We've only been eating this kind of food for about 75 years. And that's in comparison to all of humans' history on this earth. Were our ancestors eating processed seed oils, guar gum, sucralose, red 40, all the crap that they put in fucking everything? Our bodies were not created to take that on and to handle that. Our bodies are not meant to consume that, let alone consume that every day, all the time. Like, that is ridiculous. And it's the way that it is so normalized, like the American lifestyle. Oh, well, we got to go to work. We got to go get the kids. Like, just give them the fucking crap. So what is the result of eating all of this fucking crap that goes into our food? The result is that you get sick and you need to go to the doctor. So now let's move over to the doctor, the healthcare, okay? There is a time and there is a place for traditional medicine, but our doctors are not taught how to fix the root problem. Our doctors are not taught this is how you bring your body back to equilibrium with natural aid, like fixing your diet, your exercise, etc. And you can fucking fight me on this in the comments if you want to. A doctor is so much quicker to prescribe you whatever pill is going to make you feel better than to tell you you need to, like, they can recommend, oh, you do exercise and you have to work out, but this pill, it's a quick fix. It'll help you feel better. And we've gotten fucking fat and lazy, and nobody wants to actually take care of their health, and so they take the medicine. They're literally taught in school, this problem, this medicine, this problem, this medicine, this issue, these two medicines. Oh, she gets a symptom from those two medicines, we'll give her these ones. I know that a million people can agree with people, especially women, trying to tell doctors, I have a problem. Something is wrong with me, and it goes deeper than just giving me a pill. And they will not listen to you. They will tell you you're crazy. They'll tell you, well, you just need to lose weight. Here's some Ozempic. They will literally tell you you're fine, send you with a pill, or refer you to a specialist who's going to charge you up the fucking ass to get seen. You're paying, one, to be seen by a doctor who's not going to help the real problem but give you a pill, and two, you're paying for the pill. Let's say you have a problem and it goes deeper and the pill is not fixing it, okay? So you are needing to find, like, let's say you have IBS. So many people with IBS have this problem. It turns out they have SIBO, and the doctor's like, well, it was IBS. We didn't know what it was, so we'll call it that. Let's say you go to the doctor for your thyroid and something's wrong with your thyroid. I'm gonna put you on a medication to help with the hyperthyroidism. Like, that should help. So now you have a shit ton of medical bills, a fancy pill, and still a hyperactive thyroid that is going to be hyperactive your whole life. The only thing stopping it from being hyperactive is taking a pill. They are purposefully making us sick. So we go to their doctors, buy their pills, buy their labs, buy their insurance. We are giving our money, our hard-earned money. And don't even get me fucking started on the system about money yet. And the thing is, the same people who are causing the problem are the same people who are solving the problem. They have never-ending profit because you have never-ending problems. Well, it's not like I can just like stop going to the doctor. It's not like, I can just stop taking my medication. Yeah, I agree. No one is telling you to stop going to the doctor or to stop taking your medication. I'm telling you to just go back to the basics. Look at the food that you're consuming. Look at how you're moving, if you're moving. Look at your stress levels. Look at if your job is taking over your life and the stress of money is making you sick. You're not only sick, but you're also in debt, and because you cannot pay for these medical bills, so you're stressed, and stress makes you more sick, and you're going to be in more debt. Do you see how it goes? And this is the reality that so many Americans are finding themselves in right now. And if they're not in it right now, they're seeing it play out with their parents. I hate seeing this and seeing such few people who are able to do something about it. It's like, so if you're in this position, what are you supposed to do? How can you help? The first thing that you can do that genuinely is going to make a difference is to just become aware of it. Just become aware that you're in a system. Become aware that you're being controlled. Become aware that this is not a conspiracy theory. This is real, and it's happening, and it's happening to you. And you have a decision now on what choices you want to make, and if whether or not you want to take your well-being into your own hands. And that starts with just going back to the basics of health. Look at the foods that you're eating. Research what is actually good for you. If you don't know, find a coach. Look at how you're moving. Are you moving enough during the day? If you're working a job to pay all these medical bills, probably not. Look at where you can start getting in more movement. Look at where you can free yourself, because I promise you do have a choice in some of these scenarios. That's my rant on America. America needs to wake up and realize what's going on. You need to understand that we are all being controlled. You need to understand that it's not about Democrat or Republican. It's about we're all the same people living under all the same laws, and we're all subject to the same system that is trying to control and kill all of us.